place where masters of English language practice daily. Yes, you can learn to speak English.
Leo was a small boy with big eyes. He lived in a quiet village with green hills and small houses. Every morning, he walked to school with his blue backpack. Every evening, he helped his mother water the plants in their garden. One day, the sky turned dark. The clouds were heavy. The wind was cold. Then came the rain. "Leo, stay inside," his mother said. But Leo loved the rain. He put on his yellow raincoat and walked outside. Splash, splash, splash. His boots hit the puddles as he walked past the trees. The forest near his home looked different in the rain. It was quiet, too quiet. Suddenly, Leo saw something shiny in the grass. It was round and glowing. It was small, like a football, but smooth and warm. "What is this?" Leo whispered. He picked it up. It was an egg, but not a normal egg. It was green and gold. It had small lines, like lightning. "Is this real?" Leo asked himself. The egg moved. Leo jumped. He almost dropped it. The egg made a soft sound, a small hum, like a purring kitten. Leo looked around. No one was there. He held the egg close. "I will take you home," he said. Back at home, Leo dried his hair and changed his clothes. He hid the egg in his room, under his blanket. That night, Leo could not sleep. The egg was warm. It gave light, like a night lamp. Software safe. In the middle of the night, Leo heard a noise. Crack, then again. Crack, crack. He sat up. The egg was shaking. A small line appeared on the shell. "Oh no, it's breaking!" Leo watched, eyes wide, mouth open. The egg cracked more. A small claw came out, then a nose, then two tiny golden eyes. It was a baby dragon. Small, blue, shiny, and adorable. "Hello," Leo whispered. "You're real." The tiny dragon made a sound. Chirp! It looked at Leo and smiled. Yes, it really smiled. Leo put out his hand. The dragon climbed into his palm. It was warm, light. Its wings were small and soft. "I will call you Spark," Leo said. The next morning, Leo woke up early. Spark was sleeping on his pillow. His tail moved gently. Smoke came from his nose. "I can't tell anyone," Leo whispered. "Not even Mom." He opened his backpack. "You will stay here, okay?" Spark jumped in and chirped. Leo packed a snack, an apple for him and some cooked rice for Spark. At school, Leo was quiet. He sat in the back. He didn't want anyone to hear Spark. But Spark was not quiet. He sneezed. A little smoke came out of the bag. "What was that smell?" asked Emma, Leo's friend. "Nothing," Leo said. "Just my lunch." He held the bag close. Spark moved a little. Leo gave him a small piece of rice through the zipper. After school, Leo ran home. He closed the door and let Spark out. "You are not easy to hide," he said, laughing. Spark flew in the air just a little. He bumped into a cup and knocked it over. "Oops, be careful." Spark giggled, a tiny happy sound. He flew in circles and landed on Leo's shoulder. "You're learning," Leo smiled, "but you need to stay hidden." For days, Leo kept Spark a secret. Every night, he told stories to Spark. Every morning, Spark woke him up with a happy chirp. They played together. They laughed. Leo felt happy, truly happy. But secrets are hard to keep. One afternoon, Leo's mother came into his room. "Leo, are you hiding something?" Leo froze. Spark was under the bed. No, Leo said. "What is this smell? Like smoke?" "I was just lighting a candle for smell. His mom looked at him. Okay, just be careful. Leo nodded quickly. That night he looked at Spark. We must be more careful. Spark nodded, but outside someone else was watching the house. Someone from the village, a man with glasses. He saw a blue light in Leo's room, and he saw something fly for a second. "What was that?" the man whispered. He took out his phone and took a picture. The next day, news spread. "Did you hear?" said a boy at school. "Someone saw something flying last night." "A bird?" asked Emma. "Number A, blue light, like fire." Leo listened. He felt his heart beat faster. That night, Leo told Spark, "We can't let them see you." Spark looked sad. "Don't worry," Leo said. "You're my friend. I'll keep you safe." One day it rained again, harder than before. Thunder boomed, lightning flashed. Then, boom! A loud sound came from the village center. Fire. The bakery was burning. Leo and his mother ran outside. "Help!" shouted the baker. People threw water, but the fire was too strong. Leo looked at Spark. Spark was hiding in his coat. "Can you help?" Leo whispered. Spark looked at the fire, then back at Leo. He flew up fast. Leo gasped. Spark flew in a circle, then opened his mouth. A blue mist came out, cold, wet like dragon snow. The fire slowed. "Is that a dragon?" someone yelled. People pointed. Spark flew down and hid behind Leo. "Run," Leo said. They ran into the forest, Spark in his arms. In the dark trees, Leo sat under a big leaf. Rain hit the leaves hard. "They saw you," he said. "I'm sorry." Spark looked at him and chirped. "It's not safe now." Leo looked at the sky. "What are you? Where do you come from?" Spark looked up too. Then he pointed, yes, with his little claw, to the stars. "You're not from here, are you?" Spark shook his head. The next morning, Leo returned home. His mother looked worried. "Where were you?" "I was with a friend," he said. She hugged him. "I thought I lost you." Leo hugged back. "You'll never lose me." But something had changed. People in the village talked. They searched the woods. They asked questions. Leo knew the secret would not last forever. But he also knew something else. Spark was not just a pet. He was a friend. A tiny dragon friend. And that changed everything. But what Leo didn't know, what no one in the village could know, was that the photo taken that night had already reached someone far, far away. Someone who had been waiting for a sign like this. And now they were coming. Leo did not sleep well that night. His dreams were filled with fire, flying, and tiny dragon wings. He woke up early and looked at his backpack again. It was still moving slightly. His heart beat fast. Was it real? Or was he still dreaming? Leo carefully unzipped his bag. The little green dragon was curled up, asleep on top of his math book. Its tiny chest moved up and down slowly. It looked peaceful, almost like a sleeping kitten. "You really are real," Leo whispered. He slowly reached out and touched its soft green skin. It felt warm and smooth, like polished stone. The dragon opened one eye and yawned. "Hi there," Leo said nervously. "Do you understand me?" The dragon blinked and tilted its head. Then it gave a small nod. Leo jumped back in surprise. "Whoa! You can understand English?" The dragon gave another tiny nod. It then sat up and stretched its wings. They shimmered in the sunlight coming through Leo's bedroom window. Leo smiled. "I think I'll call you Ember. Do you like that?" The dragon chirped happily and did a little hop. Leo grinned. "Okay, Ember, but you have to stay hidden. No one can know you're here." He heard his mother's voice from downstairs. "Leo, time for school!" Leo panicked. How could he take Ember to school? He couldn't leave him alone either. "Come on," Leo whispered. He gently picked Ember up and placed him back inside the backpack. "Be very quiet." At school, Leo tried his best to act normal, but it was hard. He kept checking his backpack to make sure Ember was okay. During lunch, he snuck into an empty classroom and unzipped the bag. "You all right?" he asked. Ember poked his head out and sneezed a small puff of smoke. Leo chuckled. "We'll figure this out, I promise." Later that day, something strange happened. After class, Leo walked home, passing through the woods behind his house. It was quiet, too quiet. Suddenly, a rustling noise came from the trees. Leo froze. "Who's there?" A man stepped out. He was tall and wore a long black coat. His eyes were sharp and cold. "Hello, Leo," the man said with a smile. "We need to talk." Leo backed up. "How do you know my name?" The man took a step closer. "Let's just say I know a lot about you and your new friend." Leo's heart pounded. How did the stranger know about Ember? Ember peeked out from the backpack and growled softly. "Ah," the man said, nodding. "There he is. I've been looking for that dragon for a very long time. Hand him over." "No," Leo shouted. "He's my friend." The man's smile disappeared. "He's dangerous. He doesn't belong with you." Ember leaped out of the bag and landed on Leo's shoulder. Flames danced in his tiny mouth. "I said no!" Leo yelled. The man raised his hand and a strange glowing ring appeared in his palm. "You don't understand what you're dealing with. That dragon is the key to something much bigger." Leo ran. He didn't know where he was going. He just knew he had to get away. Ember clung to his shirt, wings flapping. They ran through the woods, jumping over roots and ducking under branches. Behind them, the man followed, calmly, confidently. When Leo reached the edge of the forest, he stopped. Ember's eyes glowed brightly now. Suddenly, the little dragon opened his mouth and let out a high, clear whistle. Everything around them changed. The trees shimmered. The air grew warmer. A golden path appeared in front of them, one that had never been there before. "What is this?" Leo whispered. Ember looked at him and blinked slowly, then pointed his tail toward the glowing path. Leo knew he had to follow it, but where did it lead, and who or what was following them now? Leo stepped onto the golden path, and instantly everything around him shifted. The forest behind him faded into a blur, and ahead stretched a strange, glowing world filled with shimmering trees and skies that swirled with colors he had never seen before. Ember floated beside him, his tiny wings buzzing gently. "Where are we?" Leo asked, his voice echoing softly in the air. "Where are we?" Leo asked, his voice echoing softly in the air. Ember chirped and flew a few steps ahead, turning to see if Leo followed. The golden path continued through this magical land, winding through sparkling rivers and floating rocks. Creatures peeked out from behind bushes, some with feathers, some glowing with light. Leo walked slowly, eyes wide with wonder. He passed a group of tiny beings no taller than his hand, who giggled and waved at him. One of them tossed flower petals into the air, and they turned into butterflies. "This is amazing," Leo whispered. Ember landed on his shoulder and nuzzled his cheek. But their peace did not last. Suddenly, a loud rumble shook the path. Leo stumbled. A deep voice boomed from the sky. "Why have you brought the dragon here?" Leo looked up. A massive stone face formed in the clouds above. Its eyes were like glowing suns. "Who are you?" Leo asked. "I am the guardian of realms," the voice said. "This world is not for humans. Turn back." Ember growled softly, fire flickering from his nose. "We can't go back," Leo said. "That man is after us. He wants Ember. He said Ember is the key." The guardian's eyes narrowed. "Then you must prove yourself worthy." The golden path split in two. One led to a peaceful valley filled with music and light. The other dipped into a shadowy canyon, dark and full of eerie whispers. "Choose the path of courage," the guardian said. "Only then will the dragon reveal his truth." Leo looked at Ember. "I think I know which one we have to take." They turned toward the canyon. As they entered the shadows, Ember's glow lit the way. Strange symbols floated in the air, and stone creatures stood frozen on both sides of the trail. "This place gives me chills," Leo said. Suddenly, one of the stone creatures moved. Its eyes opened, red and glowing. Leo jumped back. More statues came to life, surrounding them. "They don't look friendly," he whispered. Ember hissed. A ring of fire circled around them. Then, out of the darkness, a figure emerged, cloaked in shadows, wearing the same black coat as the man from before. But this figure was taller, and his eyes were completely black. "You should not have come here," the figure said. "The dragon does not belong to you." "He's my friend," Leo shouted. The shadowy figure raised his hand and the statues lunged. Ember flew into the air, spinning fast. Flames exploded from his tiny body. Leo ducked and rolled to avoid the fighting creatures. Suddenly, the ground beneath them cracked. Leo and Ember fell through, down into a glowing chamber filled with old carvings and paintings of dragons and human children. Leo coughed and stood up. He looked around in awe. "What is this place?" A voice softer now echoed through the chamber of truth. On the wall, Leo saw a painting, a boy with a dragon beside him. They stood before a gate with stars above. Ember touched the painting with his paw. It glowed. A door opened at the far end of the chamber. "Come on," Leo said, heart pounding. But as they stepped forward, the ground trembled again. From behind them, the shadowy man reappeared, and this time he wasn't alone. Dozens of glowing red eyes blinked open from the darkness. Leo stepped in front of Ember, heart racing. The chamber trembled as red eyes blinked open in the darkness. The shadowy man raised both hands, summoning energy that crackled like lightning. The creatures around him, twisted forms with claws and wings, snarled as they advanced. "Give me the dragon," the man growled. "He is not yours to protect." Leo stood firm. "He's not just a dragon. He's my friend." Ember hovered beside him, his tiny body glowing brighter than ever before. His eyes met Leo's, and in that moment, something passed between them, a connection deeper than words. The carvings on the walls began to glow. One by one, images of children with dragons lit up, each telling stories of courage, sacrifice, and destiny. "You still don't understand," the shadowy man spat. "That dragon is a key, a weapon, a doorway. His power belongs to us." Leo clenched his fists. "You're wrong. Ember doesn't belong to anyone. He chooses." Ember rose into the air, wings spread wide. A pulse of light shot out from his body, forcing the creatures back. The chamber walls shook, but instead of crumbling, they shifted, opening to reveal a massive gate made of gold and starlight. The guardian's voice returned, deep and solemn. "You have reached the gate of choosing. Ember must decide." Leo turned to his friend. Is this what you were leading me to? Ember nodded slowly, then flew toward the gate. He hovered for a moment, then looked back. From behind, the shadow man screamed and rushed forward. "Stop him!" Leo leapt between the man and Ember, bracing for impact. But just before the man could strike, Ember let out a roar unlike anything Leo had heard, ancient and powerful. A beam of pure light burst from Ember, wrapping Leo and the shadow man both. Time seemed to freeze. Images flashed before Leo's eyes. Ember's birth, his escape, the lonely years hiding, and his bond with Leo forming. Then the light faded. The man fell to the ground, gasping. The creatures vanished into smoke. Only Leo and Ember remained. The guardian's voice spoke again. "The dragon has chosen. The bond is complete." The gate of choosing opened slowly. Beyond it lay a world filled with golden skies, flying dragons, and floating islands. It was Ember's true home. Leo looked at Ember, heart aching. "Do you have to go?" Ember nuzzled him gently. Then to Leo's surprise, he spoke. Not with chirps, but real words, soft and warm. "I belong there, but our bond lets me return. When you need me, I'll come." Tears filled Leo's eyes. "I'll miss you." Ember smiled, wings fluttering. "This is not goodbye, it's the beginning." With a final glow, Ember flew through the gate. The portal shimmered and slowly closed, leaving behind a glowing stone in Leo's hand, warm and pulsing like a heartbeat. Leo returned home changed. He never forgot Ember. He kept the glowing stone close and knew that magic was real, that courage mattered, that friendship could change the world. And sometimes, late at night, when the stars were bright, Leo would hear a soft flutter of wings in the wind and smile. The end.